first Q&A with Ross and Charee. We're both super excited to be here. We're going to be doing this probably at least once a month. And hopefully we answer a lot of questions that maybe some of you are wondering about. So let's get started. Okay, Ross, this one's to you. When does someone need to install a guard?
When the top of the deck is 30 inches above grade.
That is correct. Well done.
Thank you.
Also pertains to any landings, walkways. Sometimes people think that maybe if they have a sidewalk outside that they don't need to put a guardrail, but if there's a drop off of 30 inches or more, gotta put a guard up. Okay, what's the maximum opening allowed between, I'm guessing they mean between balusters.
Balusters or guards is 4-inch ball or sphere cannot pass through between the balusters or guard.
Which honestly, I think it's weird that they say a sphere because why can't we just say 4 inches?
Because babies have round heads. They don't
Yeah,
have square
but
heads.
so the baby, can't we just say if a baby has more than 4
So we
inches
can walk
from
around the
widest?
baby, shove them through the rail. Nope, you failed.
No, I'm just saying. I think we should just say 4 inches. I think it's silly. Anyways, 4-inch sphere, everybody.
How strong must a guard be?
200 pounds. So 200 pounds of thrust needs to be applied to the guard in order to test that. So can't just be something pretty that you found out in the shed that you thought would work. Gonna have to test that, make sure that we can lean up against it and it's not gonna fall down. Because there is a purpose to guards, not just to look pretty.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
Yeah. I test it by me because
Yeah.
I'm not perfect weight.
It can't wobble, can't detach, nothing like that.
It has to be sturdy.
What happens if you follow through? Because they didn't do
They
it.
fail. If you fall off.
If Ross falls, you
They
can't.
failed.
Woo. And I would watch out on future inspections. All right, next question. What if the ground slopes away? Okay, so I'm guessing this means like if you measure 30 inches down and you're good, maybe you're at 28 inches, but shortly thereafter that ground slopes away, then
You measure out from the front of the deck out 36 inches and then down 30 inches. And then if it exceeds that, then they have to put a guardrail up.
right. Okay. Where exactly do I measure to? Okay.
Measure to the
So on
or framing.
decking or framing. So on that walkway or the deck floor, where do I measure to?
To the top of the deck, not the underneath the deck, to the top of the deck. Or to the highest point that your feet would be standing on.
So basically whatever that walkway is that you're using, whether it's a deck floor or a sidewalk or whatever else that walking surface is, the top of that walking surface down to the ground. That's what needs to measure 30 inches. What if my deck is exactly 30 inches? Okay, what if it is exactly 30 inches? Do we need it at that point? Is that the tipping point?
Yep, 30 inches requires a guardrail.
So if it's less, you're good, but 30 inches or more, 30 inches is your trigger point. All right. Let's see. Oh, we see this a lot actually. So cable rail systems. Okay, so are they allowed?
Yes, they are, but they still have to meet the same code as a regular guardrail.
Okay, so they still have to meet the 200 pounds of pressure test. They still have to meet the spacing of that 4-inch sphere, since we're going with spheres, which I think is dumb, but 4 inches. Yep, so if it meets all those safety criteria, then you're good to go with cables.
And they need to be tight enough that you can't spread them apart.
Yeah, no loose cables, guys.
No loose cables.
That's ridiculous. Okay, common issues, common reasons why people fail for guard and handrail issues. People fail because they measure wrong as far as measuring to the railing instead of the deck surface. Like some people might misunderstand the 30-inch rule and measure from the grade to the top of the deck thinking that they've got it nailed, and in reality it's only to the deck floor.
Gaps over 4 inches in their guardrails.
That one happens a lot. Stair height measured incorrectly. So you got to have that minimum 34 to 38 inch rule from the nosing to the stair rail for each level. Weak attachment to framing. Yeah, make sure that's secure, otherwise it's not doing anything. Guard height, less than 36 inches on decks, landings. And something. Anyway.
Good day.
Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. So like I said, we'll be back here once a month with Q&A. Eventually, maybe we'll start taking questions from the public if you guys have any, but otherwise, this is us signing off. Bye.
Bye.